Okay, it's day 81, part 3. So the case is turned to Omar Awan. Omar Awan, the one that the task force talked to at the front door of Imran's property at 6314 Springfield. Why Omar Awan? Why the Strokes? Why is it Omar Awan and the Strokes? Why are they so tightly tied together? Well, the Strokes, again, if you're just looking for Peter Strokes, if you're over there at Longworth over there going through the emails for Peter Strokes, you might not know about these meetings that occurred at the White House between Kristen Strokes, Devin Strokes, Kristen and Devin Strokes, meeting, 9:30 meeting at the White House, emergency meeting in the Situation Room, okay? Not normal, okay? You should be looking for those text messages. What's happening here is they're breadcrumbing the John Solomons and so forth away from the San Diego. Stay away from San Diego for some reason. Go toward these reporters that we know here in Washington, D.C., like Mattapuzzo. I'm not saying Mattapuzzo's involved in anything. I'm just saying that they keep trying to move this toward New York Times reporters and Wall Street Journal reporters rather than towards San Diego, where all these Strokes are. If the Strokes were in DC, I would go to DC Strokes, but they're San Diego Strokes. You also have Patricia and Adam Strokes. For only 100 Strokes families in the US, there's just a lot of Strokes in San Diego. Now, who is the counterpart to Peter Strokes? Lisa Page. Lisa Page is the counter person who works for Omar Awan here at the House of Representatives. First of all, the fact that Omar Awan works here at the House of Representatives, yet works in San Diego, is something that would be interesting to find out why that is. But then, Sue Foy is his chief of staff. He's making also $150,000 a year. And Carter Page. Carter Page works for him. Now, you probably heard about Carter Page in the Russia conspiracy. This sounds again almost like the conspirators are the accusers again. Conspirators are the accusers, maybe, who knows? But Carter Page worked for Omar Awan? Really? That's something, again, San Diego. Lots of stuff in San Diego. The fact one's a doctor and the other is in Navy supply is also interesting. The fact that they're meeting with a Navy weapons supply person, which is Eugene Mook, M-O-K, is also interesting. So there's just a lot of stuff here with, you know, some people say, oh, George, don't you see it? The Strokes are the people that are doing the drug rat line and the Eugene is doing the weapons rat line. And they had some kind of thing over the Hillary server, which was doing both. Don't you get it? Well, I don't necessarily get it, but I want to see those emails and texts between Peter, the father, right, and the daughter, Kristen, and the son-in-law, or the son, Devin. And why is Eugene Mook being summoned to the White House? Now, could it be that the drugs are coming in, the quarter weight and half weight drugs are coming in from Pakistan and getting dropped off in San Diego, and these fake doctors that we talked about yesterday are sending them to Chicago, sending them to Corpus Christi, sending them to Miami, sending them to New York to get them into the major hospital systems, the VA hospital systems where we've seen the infiltration, where we've seen the Laura Hendricks email? I don't know, but it's worth looking into. That's all I'm saying here, is it's just worth looking into and following the leads, following the information. Again, it's the same thing on the weapons side, following the weapons and uranium on the weapons side through Charleston, South Carolina. It's worth looking at the drugs coming through San Diego. That's all I'm saying here. So the more that I see things going toward the Wall Street Journal or the New York Times with this story, with the text and email, I get more and more worried that the breadcrumbing is deliberately taking me away from the Strokes in San Diego. And if I was one of the conspirators running drugs into the Navy and the Army through Bethesda, where Strokes works, I would want a breadcrumb toward the Wall Street Journal too. I know they're not going to do anything.